You understand? So, if I was president of this country, I would sacrifice whatever is there in the in our national reserves to ensure a consistent and continued supply of power. No matter what it takes. If it means going to hire a ship from Turkey or ships from Turkey to come and dock in Mozambique there and get power from there, I would do that, because you need consistent supply of power. And Luchi, apparently we seem to be the only ones who don't have that realization here in Zambia, because at the time that Namibia was entering into that import agreement to import, they were importing about 600 megawatts from Zambia. That was way back in 2022, late 2022. Their load shedding was only about 2 hours a day. But they went all over the region to try and identify where they could actually import power, so that they patch up that 2 hours of load shedding per day, so that they don't have load shedding at all. You understand? That is the mindset of a government that actually understands economic management, that actually understands the role of energy in the growth of any economy. Not here, where you have President Hakainde Hichilema even arguing to say, no, but when we export power, we earn dollars. We earn dollars. You earn dollars, but you have load shedding at home.
Is the argument, I haven't heard that argument, but there's an argument that I have heard, which is to say the reason why it's difficult for them to go and import power is because there was a huge sum of money that was left in the past, and the people that we left this debt with do not want to have any dealings with us until we dismantle that debt.
That is a fake argument.
That's the position that I've heard. It's the position I've heard from the chief government spokesperson who was in here last week. That's their position.
So next time they say that you are a journalist, your job is to get to the truth. Next time they make that claim, just ask them to say, can you mention that company, the name of that company, and how much we owe them, so that they are specific. The way to catch a liar is not to allow them to be floating in the air. Narrow them down. Let them mention the name of the company and how much we owe them. Then we can do our due diligence and contact that company. And I can assure you that there is no company where we imported power where we owe money. That is just a fake excuse. Yes.
Also, you don't believe that?
No, not at all.
Why is that?
Because at the time,
what gives you that much confidence to believe that there was no money that was left unpaid?
Because the only time we imported power is when we brought that Kipu ship there in Mozambique, and that ship, by the time they were leaving, it was cleared. Yeah, it was cleared. There was a small misunderstanding here and there, but eventually it was cleared, and that story was all over the papers.
What was the small misunderstanding? Wasn't it about
the bidding? About the bidding, about how much we were owing them as a country. You remember that matter actually went to arbitration?
Exactly.
Yes, it went to arbitration and it was resolved. That is why, and there was no other ship that came to dock there where we imported power. So I know that issue was resolved. It's on record. If you try to Google it, a news item to that effect would actually show up. Yes.
Okay. Let me take a break for news. We will come back after the break. I believe Mr. Tembo has a few things